What is going on, everybody? It's Giants Nick here, back with another video, and in this video I'm going to be going over the season preview of the Philadelphia Eagles. Again, if you guys saw my other videos, you're going to know I come down pretty hard on the Eagles in this video. I warned you, but here we go. First, before we begin, I really appreciate it if you like the vid, sub to the channel. Leave your comments, how you feel, how you don't, how you like it, how you don't like it. Remember, this team is not good. They're not going to be good. They were not good last year, and they honestly got worse. And hey, subbing and liking the video, it's free. So, everybody loves free. So, let's get into the Eagles. Yeah, it's the Eagles. Yeah, terrible. A dumpster fire. This is the perfect way to describe the Philadelphia Eagles organization. First off, it's very clear that Doug Peterson was a big problem in their organization. But it seemed like Doug Peterson was scapegoated, in my opinion. I think Doug Peterson deserved to be fired for different reasons, but, he kind of got scapegoated, and so did Wentz. They both got scapegoated, and Howie Roseman kind of just got to do whatever he wanted to, pretty much. Howie Roseman is a terrible general manager, He just did a bunch of terrible things. His quarterback and coach had a terrible relationship, which it's his job to make sure the relationships are on par and should be mended. And, it was very clear that the decision to basically give up Week 17 last year and just cave in and let Washington win came from upstairs. Now, did that end up working out for them? Yes, it did. First off, they got rid of Peterson, and now they got rid of Wentz, and you got Jalen Hurts as your starting quarterback. So this tells me a few things. One, you're in the market for a starting quarterback. Jalen Hurts is not the answer. Simple as that. I mean, a lot of arguments come through the division. Who's the best quarterback? Who's the worst quarterback? Who's got the most potential? Jalen Hurts is a bad quarterback. Let me just put it to you this way. Jalen Hurts had 14 turnovers in 5 starts. That's bad. He was almost averaging 3 per start. And it would be even worse if he lost as many fumbles as he did fumble. He fumbled 9 times. That's unbelievable. That's a lot. And in 5 games. And listen, you're like, oh, Giants boy over here, Daniel Jones. I understand. And that's a big reason why Jones could be gone after this year if he does not play well. But Jalen Hurts is not good. He's not. Simply not. Just like he was in college, he's going to be figured out on the run, and his arm is going to become like suspect again. I think it's going to happen again. Don't be surprised if it does. They just, it was bad, just bad. The Eagles have done just a porous job this offseason. So let's talk about some of their offseason moves. First, they traded Carson Wentz. I think this is something that had to be done. It wasn't something that was good. Like, you didn't want to trade Carson Wentz. You didn't want to trade Carson Wentz, but you had to. You had to trade Carson Wentz. He was unhappy there. They were clearly unhappy with him there. So yeah, that trading Carson Wentz was a must. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They got good return. They got potential of Carson Wentz getting them a first overall pick, or first round pick, not overall, of course. And that's great, And that pick that they got, if they beat the Giants, or they beat Washington in Week 17, they would have the 9th overall pick. They would not have been able to get another first-round pick in trading the other day. If you guys are not familiar, they traded the 6th overall pick for the 12th overall pick and another first-round pick with the Miami Dolphins. So they definitely have, more space and more room to kind of maneuver with these draft picks. And this year they were looking like, oh, they might get a weapon. Now it's looking like, I don't know. So let's talk about their offseason moves. Anthony Harris signed to a short deal. It's not a bad signing. And Joe Flacco. That's it. That's literally it. They did nothing else. They brought in 2 guys who, one of them, in my opinion, Flacco, wasn't going to make the team if they stayed at 6. I thought they were going to go quarterback. Now I don't. They made it very clear they wanted a quarterback. They were looking to trade up to 3 until they found out the Jets were hard set on Zach Wilson. So pretty much they have no faith in Jalen Hurts. That's what that tells me. And that's what that should tell all of you. They have no faith in Jalen Hurts. And I don't blame them. He's not a very good quarterback, simply. But Joe Flacco is not going to do you anything. Anthony Harris might do you something. Anthony Harris is a solid ball player, and you got him on a very team-friendly deal due to this pandemic, and I think Anthony Harris is going to outplay his salary. I think he's going to play well. But, you're already overpaying for guys of the likes of Brandon Graham. You're overpaying for guys of the likes of Darius Slay. As much as we want to anoint Darius Slay is not a good. It was not good last year. He was bad. Brandon Graham has had one Pro Bowl in 9 years, and he's being paid like he's a perennial Pro Bowler. Not good. They're paying $38 million for a quarterback that's not even on their roster, Carson Wentz, and it's just looking like a disaster. So the Eagles are going to be bad this year, but how bad? That's the question. So here I have the schedule for you guys. So let's get into it. Okay, so we're gonna if you saw my last videos, the Philly gets swept by their division. So losses there, all at home. The Saints, they can't compete with the Saints. Absolutely not. They also cannot compete with Tampa Bay. And simply put, they can't beat Tampa Bay. The Chiefs, yeah, right. Chargers are an interesting game because we're going to see how good the Chargers really are. If the Chargers, build the right way, do well in the draft this year, I believe a tackle is probably where they're going to go in the draft if they can. They're going to trade up for one. But the Chargers lost. 49ers look like they're getting back. They're getting healthy. They just got the 3rd overall pick along with a team that's already pretty stacked. If they can get, a quarterback that they like or they can get a skill player that they like, 49ers is going to be a great team. They're going to be very good this year. That NFC West is going to be deadly. Loss. So I actually, for all the NFC East teams, I had them doing 1s and 1s with each other except for Philly. I have Philly losing out to their division. Loss. I don't have them beating anybody in their division. I don't think this is very bold. The division's getting better, and you will not see the division as bad as it was last year. Washington can compete. The Giants can compete. I think Dallas 100% will compete. Dallas is going to be a better team. So, I was as fair as possible giving the teams 1-on-1s, but I don't see how Philly can. After the moves that all these teams made in the offseason, I don't see how Philly can compete. I don't. Atlanta, another loss. This one really depends on Atlanta's defense. And if I'm sure the offense is going to be great for Atlanta with their new head coach, Arthur Smith. But it's going to be about the defense with Atlanta. And that's why I gave them a win against Dallas, Atlanta, because I think they can control the clock against Dallas, but if Dallas does that against them, then Dallas will win. I got into it more in the Cowboy video, so check that out. But, that's another loss. I gave a win against Carolina. Carolina is getting a better defense, but I think what the Eagles do with the running quarterback, as long as Hurts is still starting at this point, I think he'll be able to do some good work in the run game, and they'll probably win a shootout here. The Eagles still have no receivers. They still have no receivers. That frankly put, they don't. But it really won't matter when they still the Carolina Panthers have very porous corners. Their pass rush is getting better, but their corners are porous. So that's kind of what's going on there. I give them a win against the Raiders. They'll probably lose against the Raiders, but I just don't know what the Raiders are. It's going to take a few regular season games for me to anoint the Raiders anything. I have them basically going 0-3 against the division so far, the Raiders, but this is a swing game. I might take this back later on thinking and give this a loss, but I'll give it a win for now. They're going to beat the Broncos. I still don't think the Broncos are anything. Although Von Miller back, they could win this game. Philly's line has been pretty banked up. We'll see how Brandon Brooks comes back healthy. We'll see how Lane Johnson comes back healthy. Jason Kelce comes back healthy. We'll see. We don't know. And I gave him a win against the Lions. Lions are as bad as it gets. I mean, almost as bad as the Jets, which is another win. But this is what I have for the Eagles. I have them going 4-12 or 5-12. they're not going to be a good ball club this year. They're not. The portrayal of the dumpster fire is an accurate portrayal. They are a bad football team. Bad. They were bad last year. They're going to be bad again this year. And you really should not have any high expectations. Now, if they are bad, they can get good quick. Now, how? Okay, so if they are bad this year and they end up getting a high draft pick, they're going to have their pick and they're going to have Miami's pick next year. So in that case, they will be a better club faster. They will be able to build. However, if Howie Roseman is still picking, I don't have confidence in that. Howie Roseman's done a terrible job. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside over DK Metcalf. Jalen Reagor over Justin Jefferson. I mean, come on. It's over and over and over again that he just misses and misses and misses on receivers. I mean, they drafted an offensive lineman a few years ago to back up Jason Peters. He hasn't played a full season yet. It's been 4 years. Terrible. Just terrible. But that is it. That's the Eagles preview. They are not going to be good. So if you're an Eagle fan, I'm sorry for you. They went from Super Bowl to dumpster in an alarmingly short amount of time. It is unfortunate. I like Jalen Hurts too. I think he's a good guy, but not a lot of people think he's the answer. His own organization doesn't think he's the answer. So, that's really it for the Eagles preview. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you sub to the channel, like the vid. Hey, listen, it's free. Subbing to the channel is free. And then you could say later on that you were part of the channel before everybody else figured out about the channel. Yeah. So, thank you guys, and have a good one.